Hello, my friends, and welcome back.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat activist saying nobody hates themselves more than thin people who were previously fat and lost weight. Obviously, because losing weight is an act of self-hatred. We're also going to be taking a look at several bonus clips from this same creator, including one where they say if the clothes don't fit you in the store, it's not your fault, it's the clothes' fault. Please be sure to check out a video I released over the weekend on my second channel about JoJo Siwa getting booed off stage and then completely freaking out, and there are also several bonus clips of her cringy new dance. Here's a link. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Nobody hates themselves more than a bitch who used to be fat and then lost weight. And that's because they thought losing weight would be this fix-all, magical cure to their self-hatred.
But it wasn't. And you know because you went ahead and lost the weight. Oh.
But that's not how that works. Weight loss is not the cure to your self-hatred, especially when you're a fat person.
Well, taking good care of your body could be an act of self-love, so not taking care of your body could be contributing to your self-hatred.
If you want to find self-love and acceptance, you have to accept yourself. Nobody,
We have to accept the parts of ourselves that we can't change, like our height, but we don't have to accept the parts that are easily changeable, like our weight.
I mean, nobody will hate themselves more than a bitch who has lost weight and now has to dedicate the rest of their life to maintaining that weight loss.
Wow. Tell me you don't know anything about diet and exercise without telling me. So, somebody that did the hard work to lose weight hates themselves, and now they're continually going to have to obsess about this for the rest of their lives. That's weird because I've lost weight, and I've also met other people that have lost weight, and we're not sitting here obsessing about our weight all the time. And it was actually an act of self-love to do something that was difficult and have a little bit of self-control with an end goal in mind. You're not harming yourself by losing weight, just like you're not harming yourself by studying for the test. Doing difficult things to improve ourselves is not self-harm. Avoiding difficult things to try to spare our emotions is going to end up hurting you in the long run. If you're going to learn like a computer programming language or something, that's going to take a lot of learning, a lot of time and effort, and it's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be fun. You're not going to be like, wee, learning computer programming. You're going to be like, oh, God, this sucks, just sitting there studying. This is how I study. I type on an invisible keyboard for some reason, but you're going to be sitting there studying for hours. It's not going to be a party, bro, but at the end, you're going to have the knowledge of C++, right?
That obsession with their body. Dude, that shit is so time consuming. It has you releasing shit takes like Leo did about branding sizes.
Oh, dude, don't you dare bring Leo Skeppy into this. He said, it's not the clothing that's not flattering, babe. It's the body. It's not time consuming to maintain my weight loss. I just eat differently than I used to. I'm not sitting here obsessing about anything. In fact, I've been eating this way for years and it's absolutely effortless. I eat 2 meals per day and I like the food that I'm eating. That's the end of that. I'm not obsessing about anything. I'm not like, oh God, I need a cake. I don't even like cake at this point. I had some Cinnabon several months back at a mall that I was at and it was disgusting. I was like, oh. It was so sweet, dude.
Leo did about branding sizes. It's just self-hatred on steroids.
Okay, so losing weight and taking care of yourself is self-hatred on steroids. It's actually good self-care to let yourself get so morbidly obese that you can't get out of the bed without the assistance of several hospital workers. That's not only good for you, but your family and your community. Does good self-care also mean to drink until we black out every single day or give into whatever other substance that we're addicted to? Next.
I just saw a few videos of people, women specifically, crying in dressing rooms or post-shopping.
There weren't any dudes? Don't worry, I'm uploading mine soon.
Because clothes don't fit their bodies. and an emphasis on the clothes don't fit the bodies, not the body doesn't fit the clothes.
Oh, so the clothes kept shrinking. You didn't keep getting bigger with each passing year. Huh. Whatever we gotta tell ourselves, huh? I'm not getting bigger. Everything around me is shrinking. This used to be a full-size couch. What happened? I can't even fit on here anymore. Like, this used to be a full-size coffee mug, and then your obese hand comes in from the side, and it's like, it's like dwarfing the cup. That just gave me the mental image of like a super morbidly obese person picking up various things, and those things looking comically small in their oversized hand. I'm sorry.
Because bodies aren't the problem, it's the clothes.
Clothes just constantly shrink, even though we are staying the same size. It's weird.
And I just have two things to say. One, sending so much love and compassion to those folks who still get really discouraged trying things on, whether they're in a fat body or not fat body.
See, here's the trade-off. A moment ago, we said it's difficult to lose weight and you must hate yourself if you do. Now we're complaining that we can't fit into any of the clothes. So you're currently lying in the bed that you made. That's what we call that. Working out is so hard and you must hate yourself if you do it. And also, I can't fit into any of these clothes because the whole world is shrinking around me. Okay, maybe it's worth it to do an uncomfortable thing so that we can fit into the clothes.
And two, when you genuinely learn to love and accept yourself exactly as you are, big body and all,
Addicted to heroin and all.
you stop crying in dressing rooms.
You also stop crying in dressing rooms when you lose the weight and can fit into the clothes.
Yeah, even if you're fat, even if fashion isn't always accessible. You don't cry anymore because your body is bad. You just get frustrated because the system sucks.
Yeah, and if you always keep blaming the system instead of taking personal accountability, you'll never change. If you want to stagnate as a human being and never progress, never conquer your emotions, never become whole, that's one thing, but you should really stop encouraging others to do the same. I know that misery loves company, but geez. Next.
Imagine how much happier you would be if you stopped constantly trying to chase change and worked on just kind of like, oh no, accepting who you are and where you're at in life and enjoy it.
Stop trying to chase change. In general, not just weight loss. You're trying to get a promotion, knock that shit off. You're trying to get a degree, cut it out. You're trying to better yourself in this or this way, knock it off. Just accept yourself the way that you are. Stop chasing change. This person wants to discourage you from doing anything positive. Oh my God. Where are you in life? That's what I would like to know. That'd be hilarious if they're actually like a total go-getter. They just don't want anybody else succeeding so they can get to the top. She's like studying all hard at college every single day, sweating, learning all these calculations. Tell everyone else not to study so that I can be at the top. Next.
This summer, we are glorifying rest days and relaxation just as much as we are glorifying movement.
Okay, so instead of filming myself lifting weights in the gym, I'm gonna film myself on my rest day resting. Okay.
Every time, oh fuck, I'm getting sunscreen all over my table. But
Wearing sunscreen in the house. All right. Why am I not surprised? We can't pay any mind to the way that we eat or exercise, but we can douse ourselves in sunscreen indoors. Okay, those are some pretty bright lights you got in your kitchen there, huh?
every time you see me posting working on my fitness video so I don't kill myself during my PMDD.
Okay, we're not going to look into that statement too far.
I'm also going to be posting resting videos.
So like I said, you're literally going to film yourself resting and upload it. A lot of people are sick of gym influencers filming in the gym. Now we're going to have a bunch of influencers filming in like mattress warehouses and crap. Here's my rest day. Then you're going to have people in the comments of that video like, hell yeah, get it, dude. Hell yeah, get it. Get those Z's, dude. Yes. Dad jokes.
Because one is not better than the other, but we only ever often see people sharing about the movement that they're engaging in and not in the resting and recovery that they're doing.
Yeah, why would you share the resting and recovery that you're doing? Hey guys, here's me sitting on the couch. Cool. Okay.
Because we view one as better than the other.
Yeah, working hard is better than sitting on your ass. Absolutely. In a society where we want everything to work properly, hard work is respected, of course, as it should be.
And rest is just as important and sometimes even harder at doing than the movement itself.
Resting can be more difficult than the movement itself. Okay, well, you must not be working out hard enough. My workouts are a lot harder than this. If fat activists perform workouts that are easier than sitting on the couch, then I am not shocked why we are where we are, right? This person has so many bad takes that I could make a whole compilation of them, which I did, and that's this video. Next.
We are entering our Ozempic era as a culture in full force, and if you are someone who survived the heroin chic era of the early 2000s.
I did survive that. I don't know how I survived it. There were some skinny girls on the TV. Oh no! Oh no! It was very difficult to survive. One time I saw a Victoria's Secret model who was exceedingly thin.
You know just how negatively impactful this Ozempic Wegovy era is about to be and already is. And while you and I as individuals cannot dismantle our culture, especially diet culture, which is an $80 billion industry.
Okay, it may be an $80 billion industry, but a quick Google search tells me that the food industry is worth $1.5 trillion. Dear Lord.
We do have a choice within this cultural change we are seeing with Ozempic and Wegovy, and that is to either fall victim to it, which, like, again, no shame if you do, because it's really enticing.
No shame for using weight loss injections. But before, we were trying to say that it is shameful to try to lose weight because you hate yourself and you're punishing yourself. Okay, so it's really hard work that we're opposed to. Okay.
Or you make the choice to do different. And that choice is working on actively unpacking fat phobia, working on...
That's a lot to unpack. Do-do-do. Shh. Sorry. Not sorry, baby!
Actually loving and accepting your body as it is. That involves a whole lot of shit. And choosing to divest in diet culture and choosing to invest in your self-love and self-acceptance.
Okay, well, I have chosen to invest in my self-love, which is why I chose to eat right and exercise and take care of this vessel so that it can propel me through this life for many years to come. Mobility is also very important to live a happy life. And when you're obese, you're not mobile. And in fact, just being 10 pounds overweight can put an additional 30 to 40 pounds of pressure on your knee joints. The human body does not like to be overweight at all. Next.
75 fat, not 75 hard. In 75 fat, we are focusing on connecting to ourselves through self-love, compassion, and confidence. We are working on it.
We should connect to ourselves using compassion and confident, not confidence.
We are working on accepting ourselves exactly as we are. We're working on exploring what movement means to us without following strict prescribed rules on what movement we should and shouldn't be doing.
We're following what movement means to us? Okay. Is that why we're doing the exercise that's easier than laying on the couch like you referenced earlier? You're like, sometimes resting is harder than the workout.
And for how long? We're figuring out what type of movement feels good and for how long, and that can change on any given day. Instead of cutting out substances or foods or not allowing ourselves to eat out or setting really strict rules around those kinds of things, we're exploring what substances have meant to us in the past.
You literally just said substances. Okay, so you know the parallels here between obesity and substance abuse, and you said, go ahead and use the substances too. Wow, I was just making those analogies to drug addiction earlier as a joke, but you literally are encouraging people to use their drug of choice. Okay, so I should not only eat whatever the hell I want and not exercise, I should also indulge in the substances that I've used in the past or try to figure out what it meant to me or whatever you just said. Like I'm doing a line of coke and I'm like, man, what does cocaine mean to me? Like... I'm getting all deep and philosophical about my substance abuse.
And what we want them to mean to us in the future. And if that does mean cutting things out, then we cut things out. It's not avoiding whole food groups, but it's exploring how different types of food makes us feel.
That's what made us obese to begin with. Like, hey, this made me feel good. Hey, this one didn't make me feel good. Like,
in different situations, in different moments, in different days, and different times. It's connecting to ourselves through love and through compassion, not through this need to change our bodies. And
I'm not sure why she's going on this tirade about you need to accept yourself and explore all these different types of foods and how they make you feel. An obese person has been doing that. That's why they're obese.
in order to discover self-love. Because let me tell you, that's not unconditional self-love and confidence. That's conditional confidence based on how you look.
If you really loved yourself, you would do the hard work to change and take care of yourself. Giving up on being healthy is not self-love. That's the opposite. You should really stop trying to frame it as self-love. Watch one episode of My 600-Pound Life.
75 fat bitch. We are working on accepting ourselves in 75 days or more. Because guess what? The creation of habits and self-love doesn't happen overnight.
Well, I can guarantee you that even if you lay around all day saying, I love myself, in the back of your mind, you know that you didn't think you were worthy enough to change. You didn't think that you were worth putting in the hard work to change, so you don't actually love yourself, and it doesn't matter what you say. I can sit here talking about how much I love myself all day, but if I'm engaging in self-harming behaviors, it's very obvious that I do not. A lot of people are miserable and they are trying to convince the world that they're not. I'm actually living my best life. Like, all right, man. All right, dude.
Doesn't necessarily happen in 75 days, but it can happen if you show up with love and compassion and not this need to completely change and rip apart who you are. Because you are beautiful and deserving of love and compassion exactly as you are. Not after 75 days of following some strict made up rules on becoming the best version of yourself. The best version of yourself is the one who loves and accepts yourself at all parts and journeys in your life.
Okay, I'm going to have to disagree with that. The best version of yourself is whatever version of yourself that you can be proud of. You shouldn't spend all of your time obsessing about your physical appearance, especially the parts that you can't change. But there's nothing wrong with working towards a goal in a healthy way. Like trying to lose weight, trying to build muscle. Just don't be obsessive, don't beat yourself up. Just focus on the things that you can do and do it. And keep moving in the right direction. So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Do thin people hate themselves the most because they tried to lose weight? Is it the clothes that keep getting smaller with each passing year and not us getting larger? And should you accept yourself just the way that you are, even if you're addicted to a deadly substance? Leave a comment below. Happy Monday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.